Hi, good morning to one and all. Today we will discuss about classification of metal forming process. Okay, in previous class we discussed about what is metal forming, introduction to metal forming process, and what is deformation, and what is plastic deformation, elastic deformation, and hot working and cold working. Okay, in today's class, we will discuss about classification of metal forming process. Okay. Here, the metal working process create useful shapes by plastic forming process and control mechanical properties. Okay. During the formation of workpiece from raw material to finished goods, we are uh, by using the plastic forming. Okay, by converting the raw material into plastic state, and we are applying some forces where uh, shaping the object in a required shape and size, and we are also doing and control properties. Okay, like strength, hardness, and ductility, and all these properties we are in a controlled manner. By using these properties, it is main advantages of metal forming process. Okay, next, mechanical properties of specimen improved after metal working process. Okay, as in case of casting or a metal removal process, there is no change before and after. If any miss, it will also be slight. But in case of metal forming process, the mechanical properties of specimen will be improved. Okay, next, the process are classified on a basis like types of forces applied, next temperature, next strain hardening, etc. Okay, first coming to based on types of forces applied. Okay, first, that is direct compression type force process, that is forging, rolling. Coming to indirect compression type process, in this, that is wire and tube drawing, extrusion, deep drawing. Okay, next, coming to tension type process, in this stretch forming. Coming to bending process, that is bending of sheets, next shearing process. Okay, in sheet metal forming applications we use shearing process for uh, cutting the sheets in a required shape and size. Okay, for that case we are using shearing process. Okay, we will discuss one by one. Okay, coming to direct compression type process, in this, the force is applied to the surface of the workpiece and metal flow takes at right angles to the direction of compression. Okay, whenever we apply the forces on the workpiece, the elongation or deformation it will takes to the right angle of the applied direction is known as direct compression types. Okay, wherever we applying forces in the same direction, the compressive forces will be applied on the material, so that it is named as direct compression type process, observed in diagram A and B. A is nothing but here forging and B is rolling process. Okay, it is the examples of direct compression type process observed in first diagram, that is forging process. It is upper die and it is lower die. In between upper and lower we placed a workpiece. Here we are applying the force on the downward direction. Due to this, some compression forces is applied on the material. Due to the compression forces here, due to the application of force, that is uh, the compressive forces develop on the material. Due to this, the along deformation of the material takes place. Here observed mainly one thing, that is we are applying force in one direction and the deformation results in right angles to the applied force. Okay, suppose we are applying in direction considered as z direction, therefore the deformation which takes place in x or y direction, okay, is known as direct compression type process. Okay, it is uh, in which direction we are applying force, in the same direction the compressive forces are applied, is known as direct compression type process. Okay, coming to rolling, here it consists of upper roller and bottom roller. Here the upper roller is rotate in anti-clockwise direction and lower roller is rotate in clockwise direction. We have to pass the workpiece in between the two rollers. Due to this action of force, here the dimension, that is the thickness of the plate or slab, it will reduce. Okay, suppose it is the cross section of the workpiece, that is before the forces applied. Here after the applying forces, what happened here, the thickness or a dimension or size of the plate will be reduced. Okay, due to the action of compression forces on the material. These compressive forces are developed by using the roller, that is known as direct compression. Here mainly forces will applied at this region, that is this point to this point. Okay, that is here direct compressive forces are applying on the material. Okay, next coming to indirect compression type process. In this, here the primary applied forces are frequently tensile, but indirect forces are developed because of the reaction of the workpiece with the die and reach very high values. Okay, as in case of indirect compression type process, we are applying a tensile force, but it creates indirect compressive forces on the material. Okay, due to the action of tensile force in one direction, and the compressive forces will be applied in different planes. Okay, that will reach a high values. Observed in diagram, it we are showing mainly three processes. That is, first one by drawing, extrusion process and deep drawing process. Coming to first process, that is wire drawing. In this, it is the wire we are applying tensile force at in this direction. Due to this action of force, here the material, the cross section of the material will be reduced due to the ductility property, and here observe the compressive forces will applied at the junction of the die and the workpiece. Due to this action of compressive forces, the material will change the shape and size. Okay, is known as indirect compression process. Coming to second one, that is extrusion process. As in case of wire drawing, we are applying a tensile force in the here, but in case of applying compression force at the pulling the force, that is pushing. Here pulling action, here pushing action. That is main difference between the wire drawing and extrusion drawing process. Here, due to the application of compressive forces in one plane, due to these indirect compression forces will be applied at this region. Okay, that is upper and bottom. Due to this, the cross section of the object will be reduced. It will pass to the required shape. Okay, next coming to third process, that is deep drawing. Here the sheet of the plate is, we are converting it in a plate into required shape by using the die. Okay, here we are applying force on this plate. Due to this applying force, it will change shape. Here the due to here applying compression force in this direction, but here the compression forces will be applied on the material at this region. Due to this, the shape will be changed. Okay, here known as indirect compression type forces process. Okay, coming to tensile, bending and Shearing process. Here we are applying 1, 2, 3, and first one is known as tensile process, bending process, and shearing process. Coming to tensile process, we are applying a tensile force at the end two ends of a plate or a, okay, slab. Okay, here whatever the shape of the die, it will change into the shape due to the applying tensile forces. Here the compression forces will be applied. Okay, next here bending of a sheet into required shape based on the die, the shape will be occur. Here applying forces here in this direction, the compressive forces will applied on the material at this location. Okay, the same way shearing process. Okay, it is the plate we are cutting at this region. It is upper die and lower portion. It will shear due to the gap in between the two dies. Due to this, the shearing action will occur. These are the indirect compression forces, that is tensile, bending, and shearing process. Okay, of metal forming process. This is the one type of metal forming process. Okay, coming to next classification, that is based on primary and secondary metal working process. That is here the primarily process, nothing but reduction of ingot or billet to standard mill product of simple shape such as sheet, plate, and bar. Okay, just primarily the ingots and billets are manufactured by using the casting process. Okay, we will collect the iron ore to the ingot or billet. We will get the basic raw material of the iron or any other metal we get in the shape of ingot or billet. That is standard mill product of simple shapes such as sheet, plate, and bar. We convert it ingot or billet into sheet, plate, or bar is known as primary working process. Okay, next secondary metal working process, that is product produce a part to a finished shape, also known as fabrication. Okay, example, suppose we have to prepare a piston. Okay, first in primary process we have to cut this as per the dimension of the object. Suppose the length of the ingot in terms of in terms of meters, but we have to we need the piston height in terms of millimeters or centimeters. We have to cut this in terms of required length is known as primary process. Coming to secondary process, where there are number of operations how to preparation of pistons, that is thread, that is grooving, knurling, threading, honing process, or many other processes are there to prepare the piston is all known as secondary metal working process. Okay, next example, sheet metal operations, wire drawing, tube drawing are all known as secondary manufacturing process. Okay, next classification of metal forming based on metal forming process can be classified into basic category, that is bulk deformation process and sheet metal working. It is the another classification of metal forming techniques, that is bulk and sheet metal working. Coming to bulk deformation process, in this the process of the material, that is convert into one form into required shape and size by using the metal forming process, that is in bulk deformation manner. Okay, here in this the area to volume ratio is less compared to the sheet metal working process, that is it is considered as bulk deformation process. Okay, next the term bulk describe the work part that have with low area to volume ratio. Okay, is known as bulk. That is the starting work shapes for these process include cylindrical billets or rectangular bars that will convert into required shape is known as bulk deformation process. Next, we will see the classification of metal forming. That is, first, the main metal forming process is divided into mainly, that is, bulk deformation process and sheet metal working. Okay, coming to bulk deformation process, in this divided into rolling process, next forging, next extrusion process, next wire and bar drawing. Okay, these four come under bulk deformation process. Okay, next coming to sheet metal working, that is bending operations, next deep and cup drawing operations, next shearing of process, next miscellaneous process. Okay, all these come under sheet metal working process. In this process, the sheet metal working we are mainly uh, changing the shape of the sheet by using the different operation, that is bending, deep and cup drawing, shearing and miscellaneous process. Okay, as in case of sheet metal working process, it is mainly do under the cold working process. But in case of bulk deformation, we can do in both cases, that is hot working and cold working. Okay, next coming to rolling. Here the rolling, this is a compressive deformation process in which the thickness of a slab or plate is reduced by two opposing cylindrical rolls called cylindrical um, tools called rolls. Okay, observed in diagram. Next, the rolls rotate so that to draw the workpiece into the gap between the two rollers. Due to this, it will squeeze. Observed in diagram, it is upper roller, it is bottom roller or lower roller. Here the workpiece is passed in between these two rollers. Due to the action of the force, what happened here, the cross section is decreased, that is the thickness of the workpiece will be reduced. Due to the and the thickness is mainly depend on the gap between the two rollers. Okay, due to this, suppose we have to reduce the thickness of the sheet. Suppose the thickness of the sheet is 10. Here after the rolling process, the thickness into 5, but these thickness will be reduced in number of process. We cannot reduce the thickness in a single pass. We are passing the metal into number of times. Due to this, the thickness of the material will be reduced. Okay, here the top roller is rotate in anti-clockwise and bottom roller is rotate in clockwise. Okay, next coming to forging process. Here the in forging, a workpiece is compressed between two opposing dies so that here the die shapes are imparted to the work. Next, the forging is traditionally a hot working process, but many types of forging are performed cold. Okay, observed, it is upper die and lower die. We place the object in between the two dies. The dies are prepared based on the required shape of the object. Here we are applying a force. Due to this force, the shape of the workpiece will be changed as the shape of the die. Okay, by applying the force in number of times on the object. Due to this action, the shape of the object will be changed, is known as forging. Here forging is nothing but we all seen in it mainly used hot working process. So hot forging is there and cold forging. Now, based on the type of material, we will select it is hot or cold working process. Okay, we'll discuss briefly in forging. Okay, coming to next process, that is extrusion process. Okay, this is an compression process in which the work metal is forced to flow through the die opening. Okay, thereby taking the shape of the opening as its own cross section. Okay, already we discussed, it is an indirect compression type of metal forming process. Here we are applying a pushing action on the workpiece. Due to this, the material will flow through the die opening. Okay, due to the applying pushing force on the material. Okay, observe here, it is the billet. We are applying force here. The blue color indicates the workpiece material. It will the cross section will be reduced due to this application of force. It will pass through the die opening shape. It is the die. Okay, it is the workpiece. It is the ram or billet. Due to the application of force, it will pass through the metal opening. Based on the shape and cross section of the object, it will appear after finishing the extrusion process. Okay, next coming to drawing. In this forming process, the diameter of the round wire or bar is reduced to pulling it through a die opening. As in case of extrusion process, we are applying a pushing force. As in case of drawing, we are applying a tensile force. Due to this tensile force, and indirect compressive forces will act on the material. Okay, observe, we are applying force here. Due to this application of force, compressive action at the junction will be developed. Due to this compression force, the shape of the object will be changed. Okay, next coming to sheet metal working. Here the sheet metal working process or forming cutting operations performed on metal sheets, strips and coils. Okay, the surface area to volume ratio of the starting metal is high. Okay, thus this ratio is useful, means it is for the differentiating the bulk deformation from the sheet metal forming process. In bulk deformation, drawing is nothing but wire drawing and tube drawing, but as in case of sheet metal is known as deep drawing process. Okay, here the press working is in term of applied to the sheet metal operations, because the machines used to perform these operations are presses. Next, presses of various types. Okay, next, a part produced in a sheet metal working process is called stamping. Okay, sheet metal operations are always performed as cold working process and are usually accomplished using a set of tools called punch and die. Already we said in the starting, the sheet metal working process will do in the cold working process. Okay, next, the punch is a positive portion and the die is a negative portion of the tool set. Okay, next, the basic sheet metal operations are sketched in figure. We'll define one by one. Okay, here observed in this diagram, it is the die, it is known as punch, it is known as positive portion, and it is die, it is the negative portion. We place sheet metal in between the die and rod. Due to this applying force, it will convert into as in shape of die. Okay, like this the bending operation will be completed. Next, coming to drawing. In sheet metal working process, Drawing refers to the forming of a flat metal sheet into a hollow or concave shape such as cup by stretching the metal. Okay, due to this action of stretching, we will convert the sheet metal into required shape by using the deep drawing process. Okay, a blank holder is used to hold down the blank while a punch pushes into the sheet metal as shown figure. Okay, to distinguish this operation from bore and wire drawing, the terms cup drawing or deep drawing are used. Okay, observe here it is the blank holder, it will hold the sheet metal, it is the punch and it is the die. Here we are applying force in the vertically. Due to this action of force, the shape of the die and punch, due to this, based on this shape, the workpiece will be created. We have to, based on the requirement of shape of the workpiece, we have to create the die and punch. Okay, the difference, the gap between these two punch and die, the workpiece will be pass in between these shape. Due to this application of force, the cup or request shape we will create by using this drawing process. Okay, next coming to shearing. The process seems somewhat out of place in a list of deformation process because it involving cutting rather than forming. Up to now we uh, discuss process all are forming of metal from raw metal to finished goods. In this we are just we change the shape and size of the object by and improving the material properties of the material. Okay, but in case of shearing, the process seems somewhat different. Here we are cutting the sheet metal. Okay, a shearing operation cuts the work using punch and die as shown figure. Okay, although it is not forming process, it include here because it is necessary and very common operation in sheet metal working. Okay, here observe having two diagrams, that is 1 and 2. In diagram 1, here it is the lower punch and upper punch. Okay, in between these two punches we have placed sheet metal gap between the punch and die. Okay, due to the applying force, what happened, it will cut as the gap between these punch and die. Like this the operation will happen. Okay, due to this application of forces, it is known as shearing force. Normally first based on classification of applied forces, due to this applied forces what happened, um, direct, indirect, tensile and bending, shearing will many classified. It is shearing action. Based on these we classify the metal forming process. Okay, it is one of the classification of metal forming process based on the type of force applied. Okay, based on temperature, what happened, we are mainly divided into hot working and cold working. In hot working what happened, we have to form the metal working process complete under the above the recrystallization temperature is known as hot working. As in case of cold working, below the recrystallization temperature is known as cold working process. In hot working process, recrystallization temperature is nothing but it is 0.5 to 0.6 times of melting point of the material will to the hot working process is known as at recrystallization temperature. Okay, it is about classification of metal forming process. Okay, thank you. In next class we will discuss about rolling process. Thank you.